rolls gonna start going way up.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so-and-so, you not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so, they like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they bust at your motherfucking chest. I'm getting gutter, my flow been like butter, my check in the bank. They see the number, all of my haters feel one of two ways. Really upset it, they show some respect. I can't even think about it, I've been up, so read about it. No beat around it, straight to it, no ring around it. You coming for me, we'll see about it. We'll never see it when I get my feet up. 100 meters where I run the fee up, and go ka-ching and onomatopoeia. I had to re-up on a reel, so you stay defeated, and put it back into the bit, cause I don't really need it. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I had to put all their egos in check. You're not entitled to anything else. I get 10 years of this under my belt. Your art isn't art, they don't feel it, and nobody hears it. Initiative stay on the shelf. Your ego done got in the way. It gotta die today. It gotta go. You should be happy I lighten the load. The weight of your arrogance, heavy as stone. I make an appearance, they already know. That chip on your shoulder gon' crumble and fold, yeah. It's not a secret that you have been fearing the shit that I'm on. So you back to the brag and the boast. But I'm in a class of my own. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings.
I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Yeah, I bet on myself. I don't need you, I do it myself. Yeah, I bet on myself.
I bet on myself.
Yeah, I bet on myself. Okay, dream so big that they think I'm crazy. Let out the beast, no, they can't tame me. Don't play with me, better mind your business. I cannot stop now, I ain't finished. I'ma keep on going till I got that. Okay, the way that I'ma do it, they can't top that. No way. Critics trying to hate, but I don't talk back, I know that. Plotting on the kid with the bull, tell them all that. I'm the one that I'ma gamble on, I ramble on. I'm about to get my ramble on, and I'm the one they really couldn't get a handle on.
Oh, yeah, baby. It is your favorite time. What is going on, everybody? It is time for the one, the only designated Spittaz. Because, you know, we got to spit some knowledge out there. There's a lot of people out there ripping their hair at their heads for no friggin' reason, over A
lot of nerves. A lot of nerves, Pete.
A lot of nerves.
A lot of anxiety, man.
Got a lot of nerves, kid, I tell you that.
a lot of worrying. Stop your worrying.
Stop your worrying there. You got a lot of nerves, kid, I tell you that.
You acting like a bunch of little goyles.
Little goyles, all right? You acting like a bunch of little goyles out there, all right?
What's up? What's up, chat? What's up, fam?
How we doing over here? Little DS time, baby. And I got a prediction to make out the gate.
Okay.
All right, everybody ready for this? I think this is going to be a very busy week.
I like that prediction, brother. I like that prediction. I'm with you on that. I could see some things finally starting to fall into place. I'm not gonna say what or who.
Oh, we're moving, baby. I think it's gonna be a big week.
I think we're in for, and I'm all jokes aside, not even just the one player who everybody knows and thinks we're talking. I think besides that, even I think these next couple of weeks, I would say the next 2.5 weeks, 14 to 17 days before the whole break for Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see some action.
Oh, no doubt about it, man. I think it's gonna pick up. I think it's gonna pick up really, really quickly. I think starting tomorrow, you're gonna start hearing some news, and I think potentially by Friday, there might be a big chip off the board. And I think we all know who that name could be. Juan Soto.
The one.
We got to talk about this real quick because Randy Miller. Randy. I tell you, this guy. This friggin' guy, Randy Miller, folks. Randy Miller basically coming out, and people are taking this as a report, but I want to show something because it wasn't a report. It wasn't like a sources told me type thing. Hey, yo, wow! Holy shit!
Thank you for being a friend. I'm gonna come.
Kev says Mike Johnson is getting impatient. Holy shit.
Yeah, impatient Johnson's okay.
Impatient Johnson's taking over the chat. Okay. Kev coming out of nowhere with the impatient Johnson. All right. But Randy Miller, Francis, out there making Yankee fans go, oh my God, he's a Red Sox. It's unbelievable. The Yankees aren't going to go 550 plus, and oh my God, no. What's going to happen here? I want to shout out Christian. Christian went over the article. You know, he looked at all this stuff for us. He sent it in the chat. I want to share this with everybody. This is what Randy Miller said. So before anybody goes, it was a report, Pete. I had people telling me, no, he reported this. He reported this. It's over. I'm hearing the Yankees will top out probably in the 550 million range. I believe Soto has at least 2 and maybe 3 offers over 600 million. I haven't confirmed that, but that's what I believe. I'm hearing the Yankees fear the Red Sox more than anyone. I think the Mets are definitely in play, and the Red Sox are in play, and I don't think he's going to the Yankees. So again, guys, I just want to clarify some of this. He's saying he doesn't think he is going to the Yankees. All right? This is like me sitting here right now going, you know, I don't my assumption is I don't think he's going to be a Met.
Yeah. He said, I don't think. He should have just stopped the sentence right there. Because clearly, Randy Miller does not think. He just writes shit. And he puts it out there and people run with it. And it's 2024, bro. I don't know how we're still in this freaking spin cycle with this guy. But you know what? I think at this point, bro, I almost got to give him credit. And I hate that I'm doing it, but he's like
staying relevant somehow.
It works. It works.
It does.
Every offseason. It feels like every offseason he puts an article out that stirs the pot and it gets people talking, even though he's been wrong. He's been
on everything
so often, so consistently wrong.
And if you don't know how wrong he's been, all you got to do is go to his tweets and look at the comments. I mean, people got his judges leaving stuff, and there's more than that. I'm just remembering the one judge one. There's more than that with Randy Miller. And again, look, I'm not here to.
I feel like
designated Spittaz
stuff. Yeah,
we're not here to shit on Randy Miller's parade. I could care less if Randy Miller wants to live his life that way. Okay, what I'm here to just simply say is, if the Yankees, let's play a game here. As Rod Thompson with the super chat. Let me get some music on here for us. Here we go. I'm learning my soundboard again. You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best. Ross says, who gets more action this week, MLB or Grannies from Francis? Well, you can never really go against the Grannies on Francis. I mean, they're always getting action. I don't think you take a week off, to be honest.
I was going to say, I got it, you know, week after Thanksgiving, a lot of them, they put in a lot of work in the kitchen this past week.
Them
I
hips.
gotta, you know, give them a little bit of a break this week. But
this week is hard on Francis's hands because there's a lot of massaging being done.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They put in that work on Thanksgiving, man. I ate well. That's what I'm gonna say. I ate really good.
You got to massage them hips. Anthony Garcia says only reporter to trust is Big Gamer, dude. My God, that is if you're in Discord, you know exactly what he's talking about.
You know.
Kerry Bartley says huge erection. Hey, yo, says Randy Miller is a Yankee hater. He needs to be quiet. He is clickbait. That is about what he is. They say he is clickbait. No doubt about that. But let's go ahead and just play a game here. Let's play a game. All right? Let's do a little game here, folks, okay? Let's just say whatever team Soto goes to is not the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes out and it goes, every offer was well over 615, but the New York Yankees sat there at 550. Francis, I tell you what. I mean, let's just play that game if that happened. I don't think you got a fucking chance in hell that that's the case. No. And if it is, honestly, Hal, I've been sticking up for you with spending money, brother. But just sell the club, fam. Sell at that point, truly, just sell the club because you know it's not competitive.
Listen, if 550 was a number that they were at in the middle of the season.
It was. And I know that for a fact, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like if 550 was the number that they were at during the season, do you think they got on a private plane to fly across the country to put the same number in front of this kid's face?
No.
Like it's just logic.
They were told then talk to Scott.
Yeah, it's logic at this point, and I get it. You know what people are saying, and different people are reporting, and some people say, "Oh, this guy's a Yankee hater. That guy's a Yankee hater." But I'll tell you this: I don't think all of them are Yankees haters.
Agreed.
I think they realize though the engagement that you get from tweeting or writing articles that are against or not in favor of the Yankees.
Correct.
It's something
Spreads
that's
like
really
wildfire.
hard. It's really hard for them to just say, no, I'm not going to take that. It's right there. It's kind of like a layup. It's like, hey, Juan Soto, let me write an article about why he's not returning to the Yankees. When if you just ignore all the articles, right, and you ignore all the clickbait stuff, and then you ignore all the fake reporters that are freaking coming out of the woodwork every day on Twitter, and just read the tea leaves and kind of, I mean, Vegas hasn't changed the betting odds.
Yeah.
The Yankees are still the favorites. They've been the favorites in the beginning. It has not moved an inch. I mean, Vegas, they normally move. They don't move. It hasn't moved. Nothing else happened has even moved it. I'm not saying to go by that. I'm just saying, like, that's just how I know all this stuff.
Correct.
It's not really that important, bro. It's not moving the needle, really.
And guys, we got over 400 people in here. Do me a favor, hit that like button. Eric with the super chat says MLB Marathon, friends of the show, is reporting only Mets and Red Sox over 615 million. Don't know. I'm not gonna say they don't know what they're talking about. I'm not gonna say any of that. Everybody has, people they talk to, and they feel certain things are correct, and maybe that is the case. But the one thing I've noticed, and I wanna address this here when it comes to the Yankees. Have you noticed that anything that's been mentioned about offers and this and that, have you noticed it's always been negative about the Yankees?
Always.
Just about every single thing has said, the Yankees are now scared of this team. They don't think they're getting them back. This offer is big. The Yankees won't go that high. They won't move. They won't do this. They won't do that. It's baloney, folks. I'm telling you right now, it's baloney. One thing I'm going to say, I believe, and look, if I'm wrong about this, you guys already know. We're happy to sit here and go, shit, we were wrong on that. I got no problem doing that. Never always going to be right.
Yeah.
I am not going to sit here today and say that 615, if that's the top offer, if that's where these guys are over somebody's at 630 and it hasn't approached the 650s like we all expected it to.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. He's a Yankee.
Done.
He's a Yankee.
Yeah.
If there is no 685, 700, 715, I'm sorry. I'm going to sit here today and say he's a Yankee. And if I'm wrong, I'm going to come back and go, well, guess what, Juan? I loved you, but fuck you. And if the Yankees, well, if he just accepted another offer that's close.
That was the same.
But if the Yankees didn't step up and really they're sitting at, well, we didn't really budge off of the, 575 we offered, I would say fuck the Yankees. Then that video when I'm screaming at Hal Steinbrenner, it's gonna get even louder. Oh, because then I will blow my shit. Hey, yo.
Whoa. It's gonna blow some.
I'll blow a load. I'll blow a load all over the fucking place. Man. Not a good one.
That the worst. Okay. That's see where we're going.
Not a good one, damn it.
I'm gonna come.
No, not that.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now. If what's being reported, right? And I told myself today, I was like, be nice, go easy on, some of these other teams.
Okay.
But what I'm seeing from the Red Sox fan base, I gotta say, I mean, they don't even have any couth whatsoever. It's like they're just setting themselves up for a massive face plant if Juan Soto returns to the Yankees. They're not guarding, they're not protecting. I mean, look, you got some people who are a little smart about it, like Jared Carrabis. He's played this game before. He knows he's not going to go too far off the deep end because he knows. But some of these Red Sox, I mean, they are setting themselves up. They're calling him the king of aura, that he's this and he's that. You calling him all these things. If he re-signs with the Yankees, you can't change your tune.
Not at all.
You're going to have to admit that the king of aura is a Yankee, that the next Ted Williams is a Yankee, that all this stuff that you're saying, if he re-signs back here, you're going to have to admit that that guy is a Yankee now. Look at this.
Yep. That's aura, all right.
Yeah, that's a hell of a lot of aura. It's a lot. Serial killer.
It's wild because, I like to continue to repeat the words that I say. And by the way, you know, I also like to, hey, I'm going to pat myself on the back when I could pat myself on the back. I'm going to do it right here. I was talking about Boston before anybody was.
Yeah.
Just saying. I said it for the longest time. Forget this LA bullshit. I don't believe it. If any team's a dark horse, I truly believe is the Boston Red Sox because they do have a Dominican connection. Whether
And they
you
have a
want
lot
to
of
say
money.
so, and they have money. Whether you want to say so or not, David Ortiz is a pretty big name for the Dominican community. So is Pedro Martinez. So is Manny Ramirez. So to sit there and look around and be like, hey, look, David Ortiz came out and was like, this is the best player in baseball. And I spoke to him for a few hours. Devers said he spoke to him for a few hours, apparently.
Yeah.
So they're doing their job. They should be trying to sell Juan Soto on why he should be a Boston Red Sox.
Of course.
Now, and again, I was actually talking to my father about this morning because he's like, oh, you know, just get this thing done already, get him back, whatever it is going to be. Is this going to get crazy? And I'm like, Pops, calm down. Well, you know, we need him back, one. I don't know what the money's really going to be, but we will eventually, we're all gonna know exactly where this is at. But with the Boston Red Sox now, I get you want to sign and I get you want to make money. And you want to, but this idea about I want to sign to a club that's going to win.
Yeah.
Boston has had their time to do that. But are Boston really a Juan Soto away from being like, we're the kings of this division? Everybody watch out. Even if they get Garrett, Baguette, Crochet, whatever the frig his name is, even if they get him, are they still anywhere near the beast of the division, above the Yankees and above the Baltimore Orioles? I don't think so. Boston, to me, is a team that it's like, if all goes well, you might get into the playoffs. But in reality, don't you feel like maybe they're a year or so plus away?
It could be more than a year or so.
And I've also heard people say, yeah, but that's why he signs a long-term contract. Do you want to do that really, though?
Yeah, he signed a long-term contract, but you're going to sign a long-term contract because of your age, not because you're signing to a team fixer upper. This is Juan Soto we're talking about here, and I get it. Everybody is making their case, and fans are going to do what fans do. They're going to talk themselves into things.
Of course.
I see a lot of Red Sox fans talking themselves into why Juan Soto would choose them. But I think if we're being realistic, and I spoke to close friend of mine, my brother, Jedi, he's a huge Red Sox fan.
Yes.
And he was telling me he's upset by all the reports that are coming out, whatever, because he's like, I feel like they're just giving people like false hope and false faith. And I think it's clear as day that the Red Sox are not going to end up with this player. And I feel like it's messed up because you're getting a fan base excited that already went through Mookie Betts leaving, that already went through, getting Schwarber and seeing how good he looked with us and watching him leave. And then you're just going to get us all excited for this Juan Soto thing. And it's like, if he goes back to the Yankees, that's a punch in the gut. It's a punch in the face. I don't know why they do this. And I was like, I mean, I was like, you know what? I really have no rebuttal for that. Like, as a Yankees fan, I kind of feel for him because it's like, that sucks. But it's like, if you're realistic and he's realistic, he's like, bro, we finished third in the division. We were 81-81. We're a 500 team. Like, if the Yankees money and the Boston offer is close, why would you not go with the team that won the division and went to the World Series?
It would almost have to be something where it's like this dude was faking the whole year with the Yankees, and in reality, he was like, I'm never going to stay here. Like,
it would have to be a thing where he really.
That's what I'm saying. It's
a
like
Red Sox fan or whatever. But
I had somebody. Well, I even had somebody say in the chat recently. I'm like, yeah, but there's a rumor going on in DR that he doesn't like Boone and he wants Boone gone. Francis, we know this for a fact. That's not the case.
No,
we know this and this is something I could put I could put my hands on fire and tell you guys.
He likes Boone.
He likes Boone.
He likes him.
He likes him. Trust me. Trust me when I tell you. And don't say, well, how do you know that? If I told you how we know it, you wouldn't believe me. But trust me. So you put your hands on fire for that one. It's not Aaron Boone. Boone's not a reason, Soto's going to leave because of no. That's something that, I don't know, maybe somebody just decided to say because they don't like Boone, and it was like, all right, this is the reason he's not back. That wouldn't be the case. But before we move forward, we got a lot of super chats I want to get to. Kicking off December.
Thank you for being a friend.
I got my gabagool. Scotty Horwitz says, hi, Pete and Francis. What is the real news? Mets, Red Sox, Yankees, or maybe the White Sox? I can't take it anymore. Oh, I miss all of you. See you in March. Yes, indeed, March. Guys, opening weekend. Yankee Stadium, Audi Club, NYU Day, baby. Perry says, this is the MLB Marathon tweet developing. We can confirm that the two offers are Mets, Red Sox, Yankees personnel holding information close to their chest, which indeed the Yankees actually seem to do almost better than anybody nowadays. Ra says, Hal can't come out and say we can get better. We can get any player we want and not get Soto. It's very simple. If you want said player, you get him, period. No lowballing. And I'm gonna talk about that. So save that one there. We got a couple of more to get to here. Eric, Pete, you and Randy both reported Yankees don't want to go over 600. How was that clickbait? Whoa.
Yeah, I read that earlier. I was waiting.
Wait a second here. Pete Simonetti has never said that. Pete Simonetti said during the season that he was told the Yankees were under 600. I never said the Yankees would never go over 600 during the regular season. I've been saying the whole time, 650, Yankees come 625. 675, Yankees got to hit about 650. Eric, that's you do that around here, you get yourself out of here. I'm just warning you, buddy. Don't put words in Pete Simonetti's mouth. Aaron Rodgers says, not my first rodeo. Very fishy at every team involved. A quote, favorites are rivals of the Yankees. This me think he wants to stay. You know, it could be a couple of things too. It could also be a lot of this stuff that gets out to the media has to do with negotiations. Yeah. It has to do with hitting a specific number. So Soto could be sitting down with Scott Boras, and he could simply look at him and go, hey, Scott, the Yankees came in at what? Let's just say the Yankees are sitting at 615 and the highest offer is 635 right now. He can be sitting there and go, let's see what we can do to try to get the Yankees to hit 620, 625. If they hit 625, we can do it, but I want that deal.
Yeah.
And he could be sitting back right now telling the players, I'll probably be coming back.
And what people don't understand is that the last couple of days, you see a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's been really quiet. We haven't gotten much news or whatever." Guys, I don't know if you guys don't celebrate or not. If you don't, hey, power to you. But this past Thursday was Thanksgiving. It's a big American holiday. Okay, I'm sure that they got their offers. They got in that nice second round that they said they were going to do right before the holiday. Correct. And then they shut down shop for a little bit. I'm not saying that the phone wasn't open. Scott Boras, he gives me the vibe that he's the type of guy that his phone is on 24/7.
Even while he's carving that turkey.
Exactly. You could call it in the middle. But I feel like, after, Thanksgiving, people say, okay, we'll give it a couple days and we'll see. We already are into the second round of negotiations with some teams and whatever. Now, what you've been seeing, if you notice, what you've been seeing from Thanksgiving Day through to today, it's been a bunch of nonsense. It's been a bunch of reports from people that you can't really confirm or not. You don't really know. People who have gotten some things right but have gotten a lot of things wrong. You've seen stuff like that, but you haven't seen anything really, really out there, right? And
you haven't seen a Curry, a Passan say, "Here's the the Yankees are coming in here," or here's what it's looking like. Things are heating up. Nothing like that yet.
You haven't seen that, and there's a reason. Look,
Sherman.
No, tampoco. Yeah, Sherman either. Morosi's spoken about, but other free agents, he hasn't given much in terms of Juan Soto. But look, Yankees hot stove it kicks off tomorrow, right? This is planned early in advance. Even they know, they're kicking off tomorrow because this is the week where things will start to heat up.
Yes,
especially in regard to the Soto market, which started early in a sense. It started early in a sense. We're already into the second round of offers. Now, the fact that people are saying they know the number, where the Mets are at, where the Red Sox are at, congratulations to them. If the Yankees are holding it to the vest, why would that be a bad thing? That Hal Steinbrenner is just saying, all right, I just want to know where this number is going to get to. I'm not in for the bidding war. Scott, you know me. I know you. We've done this a million
We've done this before. That's right.
I don't need to be on the back and forth. What it's going to be. When you have that number,
you let me know.
I need a phone call so I can be made aware of what that number is. And if he wants to be a Yankee at that number and I am comfortable at that number, then he will be a Yankee.
Exactly.
It's a very easy conversation to have when you're
no question about it.
And you've done that business with Scott Boras in the past. I don't know. This is rocket science.
And this is probably this, when this stuff gets to this level and it's this type of talent, obviously, you're gonna have the circus.
Yeah.
With this team's involved, that team's involved, this one has a bigger, now this one's the favorite, now this one's taking the lead, this one's the favorite. Obviously, that's going to happen. But Francis is 100% correct, folks. If Juan Soto wants to be a Yankee, I guarantee you, if I know one thing about what we've learned so far about Hal Steinbrenner and what he does want to play for real, Garrett Cole he wanted, Carlos Rodon he wanted, Aaron Judge he wanted, right? I have a tough time believing that he didn't look across that table, right? And he didn't say, when you have that number, you call.
Exactly.
When you know, you call. When all the numbers are in, let us know.
Exactly.
And we'll come to the table the right way. You don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. A lot of these people talking about, oh my God, the Yankees aren't. This is stuff, again, I talked about this in August. Might have been August around that time, June, July, whatever the hell it was. That the Yankees were looking around 550, maybe they go high 500s. We knew that was never going to be the case. We knew once the open market hit, you're looking at 600 plus. He's 26 years old. He's one of the best players in baseball. Of course he's going to get a giant offer. But for me, at the end of the day, it's really, really simple. Exactly what Francis just said. Let Hal do his thing, and we'll see where this goes. Kerry says, if reports are true that Judge is not reaching out to Soto and trying to recruit him back, that is also a bad look. He needs to talk. Let me tell you something, Kerry. One thing about Aaron Judge, I don't think he feels the need to tell anybody what he's doing, and he doesn't have to. This is a lot of these writers and these beat writers feel obligated that they should know. You don't have to know what Judge is doing. Judge could be speaking to him every day. You don't have to know. Judge could sit there and go, nah, I'm giving him his space. What is he going to sit there and say? Yeah, I mean, look, I called him every day. I'm doing my best. What do you want me to do? Judge is giving him his space in that regard. I guarantee you, I put money on it that Aaron Judge has spoken. As Soto said, he said, I've been talking to past teammates. He said it.
I think I'm right there. I'm right there with you. I think Aaron Judge he gave a very Aaron Judge response. And a lot of times his responses they're not the truth. They might be neighbors to the truth or distant cousins, but they're not the full truth. And when that came, I think he answered in a way that would protect his relationship with Juan Soto and the conversations they've been having. But I don't think there's any way on God's green earth that him and Juan Soto haven't had a conversation since.
There's no way now.
There's just no way. I'm sorry, there's just no way. Now, would Aaron Judge say that? That's what Pete is saying, though. Like, Aaron Judge is just not, he's not that kind of guy.
No,
He has to tell the world, yeah, I'm texting him and recruiting him. No, I don't have to fucking do that. We don't. And guess what? As bad as we think we have to know that, we don't.
We don't have to. Exactly.
Like, it's cute that, David Ortiz is like, yeah, I had a conversation with him for a couple hours. I love that for Red Sox fans. Oh, and Rafi Devers. Okay, congratulations. Beautiful. Does it move me in any way, shape, or form? No.
Not at all.
I'm sorry, it doesn't.
Not at all.
Which is why I don't care that Judge said he's not. I know he is, and I feel like it's not just him. I know that there's more. Jazz Chisholm put something on his story like maybe a week ago. Yeah. Or a week and a half ago, that was like soon with the emoji or whatever, saying like Soto's coming back, and people were like, "Oh, what does he know?" Whatever. No, he doesn't know shit, but he's talking to him.
He's talking to him, of course. I mean, for anybody to sit there and think these guys don't say, even if you remember during the strike, and everybody's like, "I wonder how to talk," they're talking. Like, folks, they talk. I don't think you have to be too worried. Don't look into. I remember when that was out, and I was like, the reporters are saying everybody's quoting this. I'm like, are you guys really? You guys are really buying that take? Like, really, you're really sitting there like, oh, yeah, he must not be talking. Come on, stop it. Slim Lewis with the super chat says, boom, Soto is the key to the future of the Yankees. Yell it out so the dumb kids in the back can hear you. I was talking to my dad about this today for a while, man. As Joe also adds, miss my NYU fam. Can't wait for 329. Brother, can't wait to see you either. Can't wait to see all of you guys. It's going to be amazing. But I was talking to my pops this morning about that. And he was asking about, what would they do? And, talking about Christian Walker being good defensively and all that. I said, as nicely as I can, to say, Pops, look, they don't get Soto back. It doesn't really matter. I'm sorry. I mean, look, I'm not one of those doom or gloom guys. But we saw what Juan Soto was.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, well, Pete, come on. You're only talking to positives. Let's talk some negatives here. Okay, he's not a great defender. Who gives a shit? I'm sorry to tell you, I don't give a poot. He could have 2 cement on out there running around. I wouldn't care. I would say as long as he bats, as long as he's always on base for Judge, as
Exactly.
long as he's doing this as a New York Yankee and it translates into postseason, I don't give a shit.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear about his defense. I don't want to hear it one bit.
You don't sign him for his defense. Everybody
Thank you.
knows
I don't
that.
want to hear it. Oh, he's not a good base runner. I don't give a shit.
I think the team that sits there and brings up the only team that can sit in front of Juan Soto and even say the word defense is probably the New York Yankees. And the way that they can bring it up is a positive because they'll be like, yeah, and Juan, in terms of defense, I mean, we provide the best place for you to play half of your home games.
Right.
Literally. We provide the best home game situation for you going forward because we have a very small right field and it gives you a smaller surface area to work with, and you saw how it was being out there this year and you were a Gold Glove finalist, so we give you that. But outside of that, ain't nobody else talking to Juan Soto about no damn defense. They don't give a damn if he signs and forgets all his gloves in DR. Nobody cares. They don't
Hell
care.
no.
Nobody's
Hell no.
worrying about that.
He could play right field with his bare hands if all I cared. If that's what he wanted to do. Just go up there and bat. Just
Listen.
go up there and bat. That's all I care about, man. I don't want to hear this craziness that everybody wants to find some reason not to. So if he does leave, no, Pete Simonetti's going to sit here when he leaves and goes, we're fucked. The Yankees, that's what I'm going to, you want to know what you want a spoiler alert? If he leaves, I'm going to sit here and say, we're fucked. Because I don't trust what the Yankees would then do.
And I think, and anybody else who's out there, already pushing the Plan B agenda,
Oh, please.
like that, more power to you guys. But it's like you're putting a shit ton of faith in an organization that has not shown us over the years that they're comfortable with doing things like that. You're talking about, oh no, they could pivot and sign 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What have they done that? Like,
They don't do that.
They don't.
Francis.
That's
Like,
not
we
who
can
they
sit
are.
here. We can sit here right now with just our knowledge alone of what we observe and watch. Brian Cashman, I give him his flowers on what he's good at. He somehow finds a good way, and him and the analytics department, to find some guys that are down and out. They come to the Yankees and they perform well. It's like some of these small moves, but guess what? Those moves don't necessarily move the needle. Those moves don't necessarily say, well, we replaced Soto, so now, that's making up quite a bit of that production. Those type of guys don't do that. And I'm not talking about your Luke Weavers. Yeah, they found him and they put him in the pen and it's worked out amazing. I'm talking about making these small little deals. Your Tim Hills. These are like patchwork that if they works, great.
Yes.
But it's not foundational moves. I'm talking about foundational moves here that get your feet under you and give you that good balance. The Yankees without Soto, where do they go for that? People, you hear, okay, Christian Walker, cute. Okay.
33.
Good defender. Awesome. You know when I would like him even more for his glove? Is if Soto was in right field. Then I would like him a little more for his glove. But other than that, it's like me and Francis have been kind of harping on this for a minute, and I don't know if it's going to happen, but you'd have to call up a team like Toronto or something and beg them in a way. We're going to make a big deal with something. Because losing Soto again, you're not just losing. And people go, well, there's other players that could produce a little better, and they're going to be. Nobody's saying that the Yankees won't compete whatsoever. But are you as comfortable with them competing over the next multiple years without Soto there, seeing what he was, seeing how he handled it, seeing the pairing with Aaron Judge? You don't just find that. They won't find that. They won't find it.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. He's called a generational talent for a reason.
And it's true. It's not propaganda.
Generation type talent. It's not a common thing. This is not a commonality. There's not another Juan Soto that's going to hit the free agent market in 2 or 3 years. If you're looking down the line and saying, well, a year from now, Vladdy comes up. Yeah, Vladdy's great. He's not Soto. We said it. We said that that the first call Pete or myself would make if we were the Yankees GM and Juan Soto signed with someone else, the first call we make is to Toronto because we think that that's the next best thing. Make no mistake about it, though. He's not Juan Soto.
No.
Not. On the Yankees, he doesn't complement Judge as well as Juan Soto does. But again, if you're Juan Soto, does any team offer you a better compliment than Aaron Judge?
No, they don't.
Like, this is why I've been at where I'm at. I think I love that Cashman's strength is finding those like players who are discarded and they're in the pile and the band of misfit toys, and he grabs them and they come here and we're able to pull wins out of these guys. I love that. I love that more with Juan Soto as the centerpiece of the offseason.
Of course. Of course.
Get me Juan Soto, and you can sell me on Carlos Santana at first base.
Damn
I'm
right.
really excited with
Damn
Carlos
right.
Santana at first base. If you got Juan Soto in the field, I'm like, shit, because he's
Damn
hitting
right.
in the lineup with Aaron Judge and Juan Soto and Jazz Chisholm.
And he's going to be hitting more towards the bottom.
He's going to be hitting more towards the bottom. But if you let Soto walk, and then you get Santana, and Santana's batting like fourth or some shit. Like I'm like, whoa, buddy. Or you do some crazy shit. And
he's
you
batting second.
Back to 2, and Santana's batting third or some shit. I'm like, see, that's where you lose me. That's where you lose me. It's much easier for the Yankees. It is a much more Yankee-esque offseason.
Correct.
By signing Juan Soto and then filling in the blanks.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that next, filling in those blanks, because it's simple to fill the blanks in at that point. And I'll get to that because I had somebody on Twitter try to come at me, and it was hilarious. But anyway, Kyle Malay says, there's no way that the Yankees only offered $550. If they don't re-sign Soto, Hal won't be able to show his face unless he offered competitive offer and Soto chose to leave. That's a different story. And, I don't really want to talk about that too much right now. Guy LaSource says, can't make up 8.5 WAR, super costly even to try. No doubt about that. And I spoke about this not that long ago. I was doing, I tweeted something. I might have been one of the Soto Watch things. And some guy comes in there, Francis, and goes, oh man, I really miss that Pete that used to go at Hal Steinbrenner and these guys. Now he's just okay with everything. And I'm like, how did you get that from what I just tweeted? The guy's like, well, I was watching the other day, and you basically said that, the Yankees could just get Soto back, and they really don't have to do much else after that. I mean, that's not how you used to think. If that's what the move you want to make. And I'm like, well, you obviously didn't listen, because what I actually said was, and again, this is a listening problem for you. What I actually said was, and by the way, the 600 plus, and you hit that like button.
Please.
What I actually said was, if the Yankees get Soto back, ready for this magic, folks? You ready for this? First base and left field was some of the worst production in Major League Baseball last year. Even if you were to get an average guy at both spots and they play average Major League Baseball, average across the line, they're a much better offense. Much better offense. That's what I'm not saying that my preference is you just throw anybody anywhere. Not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that if the Yankees went out there and somehow they get Burns also, I'm like, oh my God, why would they do that? Why would they get Corbin Burns? Why? Why? No.
Why would you
Pete, no, not Burns. Why? I wouldn't do that.
I'm sorry, guy.
I wouldn't do that.
This is what you guys do. This is what you guys do.
All right. I hear Jared laughing upstairs. That's not something I would do. I'm just simply saying, folks, you guys seen the lineups I put out there. You could do this shit off the top of your head. Okay, question. Do you expect that Jason Dominguez has any chance to be offensively better than what we saw from Alex Verdugo?
Yes.
Right? Okay, yes. Here's the answer, yes.
Yes.
First base. Let's just say, again, don't go, oh my God, everybody. Everybody, just listen to me here. Would you say that there's a potential possibility that if the Yankees got a guy like Carlos Santana, he'd produce better than what we saw at first base for the Yankees last season?
Yes. On both sides of the ball.
Okay, and I'm not even looking at second base here. That's all I'm simply, because if I'm the Yankees and I was in the room with all these guys, I'm in the room with Cashman, Fishman, everybody, I would just raise my hand and go, hey guys, if you really want to improve, just pay Juan and get him back here. And we're going to be better.
That's simple.
I mean, you could plug in, and as a matter of fact, if you really want to be cheap, and let's just say, for an example, I hate calling them cheap because they are putting money out there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you really wanted to go, okay, well, we're going to go borderline moves in these positions. If they go, well, we're going to do Caleb Durbin at second. We'll have a competition there, and then we're going to put Santana at first and Dominguez in center field and Judge the left field. Okay, That's
I'm
still,
rolling.
I expect that should still be better than what they had. Is there a possibility some of these guys don't do? Yeah, of course there are, but that's baseball. Because the offseason, you got to look at it on paper. You got to go, well, here's our projections of that. It can't be much worse than what we just saw. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying don't get Brendan Donovan, who I love. I think now's the offseason to get him.
If you're interested in getting him and the plan is to take a long hard look at trying to make that deal, there's no better time than the present.
Facts.
There's no better time than the present.
But you know what I'm saying. I'm not wrong here.
No, but look, at the end of the day, I think people, just get caught up in, the propaganda. I think media is powerful, man. And I've been saying it since the end of the World Series. I've seen a lot of, flip-flopping. I've seen people, on both extremes. You have the people on the extremes of, we're not going to get him. He's going to sign somewhere else, whatever. Then you have the people saying, oh, well, even if we do get him, like, this team is bad. It's a bad team. Like, we're not going to win anything. It's like, bro, like, there's no, like, it's like, sometimes I wonder if there's only like 25 of us that are like normal, logical people.
Right.
Yankees fans. I wonder, right? I wonder if it's even that much, because how you look at this team and see them with an opportunity to sign a generational talent in Juan Soto for the foreseeable future, pair him with Aaron Judge, pair him with the perennial Cy Young and Garrett Cole, with the Rookie of the Year in Louis Hill, with a guy who was having a Rookie of the Year season right at the same time in Clark Schmidt, like young, youth like Anthony Volpe, Austin Wells, Jason Dominguez. You brought Jazz Chisholm in. He's electrifying. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, what are we really talking about here? And it's like,
nuts.
yeah, will the payroll be bloated in 2025? Yes. If there's any team in baseball that could withstand it, it's the New York Yankees. And right after that, the payroll starts to drop and dwindle, and they'll be right back in the happy zone.
Yeah.
And they'll still have Aaron Judge and Juan Soto and Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon and Louis and all these guys. Like, bro, we're in a decent spot if they sign Juan Soto.
Right.
But again, the other side of that coin is a very drastic change. And I think that's what we're saying here. Like, you keep him, we're in good shape. We're in good shape. Yeah. You keep him, you make a couple other moves. They don't have to be the biggest or the splashiest, but you're going to be competitive. You let that man walk, and boy, you got your work cut out for you.
Facts. And I was even doing this the other day. Like, I'm sitting here thinking about, when news is super dry, it's like, all right, what do you go live to do? What do you go live to talk about? What do you do? All that stuff, right? And I'm sitting there looking at things, and I'm saying, out of the three teams that I believe Juan Soto will go to, that's the Yankees, Mets, or Red Sox. I'm going to be real with everybody. Position-wise, I think the worst team of all for him to go to as a player, I think, is the Mets. I think the New York Mets would be the worst team for him to go to. And we may disagree on this, and it's a fun conversation. The reason I say to this, that outfield is huge. That's a gigantic outfield. He's going to hit anywhere he goes because he can hit all over the place. I think the Mets are a better team probably to go there and maybe win immediately. They got there some pitching issues and all that. But I'll be honest with you guys, man. He'd be a fucking animal in Boston. Juan Soto would be a 300-plus hitter. Easy. With ease. All the time in Boston. Left field is nothing. It's short as shit. It's easy. It'll be easy as hell for him to play.
Just got to learn to play the wall.
It would absolutely devastate me to see him go to Boston. But you talk about a guy who, Aaron Judge right now, you look at the league and you go, well, Aaron Judge is the MVP. He's the MVP. Juan Soto went to Boston. He got some serious competition. Because it's a little different at Yankee Stadium. That big left center field gap, there's a lot of balls that could be doubles. A lot of those fly balls he hit at Yankee Stadium that are flyouts are doubles at Fenway, if not home runs. And he could go to left field better than anybody. Him and Bryce Harper. Those two guys are left-handed batters that go to left field better than anybody.
They go to left center like it's nobody's business.
So, NYU, the one thing we're not here, we're not biased. I'll raise my hand right now. Who do you want to play for, Pete? The Yankees. I want to be a Yankee for years and years to come. Everybody knows how big of a fan I am.
Yeah.
I'm just simply saying, if I'm Soto, I could see the attraction to Boston. You also got Alex Cora there. You know you got a good manager. You know you got, I don't know much about the Red Sox organization, about prospects coming up and how close they really feel they could be, what their plans are. I don't know. But I know specifically as a player, I could see the attraction on why he could see the Red Sox as, holy shit, like I could go to fuck off over there, like legitimately.
Yeah. I mean, so when I look at it, and it's not to diminish what Boston brings to the table, because they do have a rich history of Dominican players. We know they got legends. They got legends in the Pantheon there at Fenway. It is what it is. But if I'm Soto, like, what attracts me to Queens baseball, shout out my boy Keith. I saw him in the chat.
Keith!
What attracts me to Queens baseball is the comments that Soto made about how important it is to win, and how important it is that the team he signs with is going to continue to improve year after year. Right. And when I look at Boston, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'll talk to David Ortiz. I'll talk to Pedro Martinez. I'll talk to Manny Ramirez. But none of them are going to convince me that this team is committed to improving year after year after year. I'm sorry. If I'm Juan Soto, I have to think they want to sign me so that they can take off the next 10 years. That's what they want to do. They want to bring me here. Correct, so that they can take off the next decade, because they haven't done shit. They let Mookie walk. They didn't give a shit. They knew the fans wanted this guy. They knew they wanted us to keep him, and they traded him for Verdugo. And then we had Verdugo, and they traded Verdugo to the Yankees. And then we had Kyle Schwarber, and he looked like a Red Sox, and he was amazing for us. He helped us beat the Yankees in a wild card game, and they let him walk to the Phillies. Like, they don't care about adding. And look at where they're at. I mean, you're showing a division right now. This is
500 club.
It's hard for me, if I'm Soto, to look at that and believe. And I get it. You're Juan Soto. You might love Big Papi. You might love Manny. You might love Pedro. But the facts are the facts. The Red Sox have not been trying to add year after year. So why would I believe that because I'm here now, they're going to add year after year after year after year? I don't know. I believe that way more from the Mets. And I sure as shit believe it from the Yankees. But it'd be a tough sell getting me to believe that from Boston.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's the biggest thing right there. And that's why I'm saying Boston really has to sell that. Like, they got a legitimate, but it's not even about selling it.
Or just overpay. Or just
overpay. Exactly.
Go crazy with the money.
You would have to be sitting down with him and be like, all right, so we do this. What are we doing? Like, what is the moves after that? They're like, oh, well, we already talked to Burns. We think we're going to be able to bring him in the fold. And, we got these type of moves. All of that stuff right there would have to be done. I'm not, and what I don't want people to think I'm saying here is that Boston's the best fit. I'm not saying that. I'm saying it, if I'm Soto looking around, how do I get the best out of me?
Looking at the fits, yeah.
For me, what is my fit? The team, we'll talk about the team, but my fit potentially.
I'm glad
Boston's a hell of a fucking fit for him as a player.
I'm glad you said it, because some people are writing it off completely. Like, no, there's just
don't do that. I wouldn't do that.
It's like no. It's not that there's just no way. Like, there is a world where that works, and I think Pete explained it really well. Like, look at the field, look at the dimensions, look at his batting style, his offense, the way that he hits the ball, how he hits the ball. He can be very successful there. He can find a lot of success there. He can end up stealing an MVP or two from Aaron Judge, and then when Aaron Judge starts slowing down, just run away with them. Yeah. I mean, he'll be fighting with Bobby Witt and Gunnar Henderson and stuff like that, but it's Juan Soto at Fenway Park for half his games. That's dangerous. It's dangerous. So I'm glad that you said it, because it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. It just isn't.
It's a great fit for him, is what I'm saying. Yeah, but when you say what you say, you're right. If it is about winning, and we've been told he knows he's gonna get paid, but he likes to win. Like, he wants to be in a race.
I don't see how he goes.
It can't be Boston, bro. Like, if that's the case, then you can't sit there and convince me. I don't give a shit. Like you said, I'll say it even. I don't give a poot what mierda comes out of the mouth of all the Dominicans that I've ever played for the Boston Red Sox. I don't give a shit what you got to say, because guess what, brother? I'm not coming to the team with Manny and David Ortiz in the lineup. I'm not coming to the team where the ace is Pedro Martinez. I'm not coming to the team where we got a 1-2 punch of Pedro and Kurt Schilling. I'm not coming to that ball club. So you guys are looking at me to become the guy here, and then you got to build the club around me. To me, I'm sorry, Boston. If you guys maybe made it into the postseason, you had 88 wins, 87 wins, and it felt different, and you do got legit pieces that anybody can look at and go, they're going to be a problem. I find it very, very tough to sell that to him, and he goes, it's a big decision. Yeah, I'll do Boston. That's where I see it as great fit, amazing fit. But when you're talking about you really do want to win, I don't see it that way, man.
What?
It doesn't add up.
That's why I said what I said. I'm like, if I'm Soto, to me, it is New York. It's New York. Why? Because for the last couple years, ever since Cohen bought the Mets, and the Yankees have been this way forever, these teams have been in on the guys. Cohen has. Right. Yeah, Cohen might not have gotten Ohtani, right? And we throw our shots. I mean, it's NYY Underground. We Yankees fans. We got to throw our shots. But make no mistake about it. We have respect for what Steve Cohen has done to the New York Mets.
Bro, if I was a free agent, I'm very attracted to go play for Cohen.
Of course.
100%.
And
100%.
Even if I was a fan, yes, maybe to this point, have I gotten the result that I've wanted? Maybe not. But I mean, you brought in David Stearns. Love David Stearns. You brought in Mendy. Love Mendy.
Love Mendy. Mendy loves the U.
And Mendy loves the U. Shouts out to Carlos Mendoza. You had a phenomenal year last year, right? And for the last couple years, every big name you've been in, they had a deal in place for Carlos Correa, all right? It was physical, it fell apart, but they had a deal in place for Correa, all right? They were willing to spend the money on Ohtani. They negotiated with Yamamoto. They're negotiating with Juan Soto. They've been in on all the big guys. So if I'm talking to the Mets, yeah, it's not a tough sell to believe that this team is going to continue adding even after they sign me, because they've been trying to do this. So I would believe that they will continue to try. But again, that's why it's Yankees, it's Met. Why? Because it's like these teams have shown it over years now. The Red Sox, they've been letting everybody walk. Did they even talk to Yamamoto? I don't remember if it was even a thing.
I don't think so, but this is a great super chat right here. The Right Field Pavilion says Red Sox trade sales/bets and allowed Bogarts to walk. Now they want to sign Soto for the amount of money it would have taken to keep the three above. Makes no sense to me. Mary Ellen Ford also adds, do you think the Yankees should sign a player before Soto decides so that he sees Hal as a man of his word? I don't think that's going to make a difference, to be quite honest with you. And one of the things I have said for a little while, and guys, again, we got over 600 in here. Please smack that like button, hit that sub. We are 840 subs away from 40,000. So appreciate each and every one of you guys. Wow. Thank you so much. We are closing in on a big 40K. But it's it's just interesting overall for where all these clubs are, what the positioning of all these clubs are. For the Yankees, I don't think it's just gonna move. I don't think that's gonna move Soto's decision. Even if they were to come out there and go, well, we signed Christian Walker, or we went ahead and made a deal and we got Carlos Santana in the fold. Yeah. I could see something like a Santana, them saying it's a 1-year deal, get him out the way. We got our first baseman. Come on, Juan. Look, you guys got to understand the mindset of Soto. And I'm not saying that me and Francis know the guy personally, that we speak to him directly. I'm not saying anything like that. But we've learned a lot about who Soto is. I don't think Soto's scared even to put pressure on his back. Like, let's say, for an example, he signs with Boston. And people go, yeah, but then he doesn't really want to win. I don't know. I don't think he really wanted to win. But that's not up here for him. Juan Soto would believe that he'd go there and they'd immediately be in the thick of things. That's just Soto's mindset.
Who he is. He believes that he's that fucking good.
No doubt.
We were told in third place with him on the team.
Remember, we were told this. We were literally told it, that if the Yankees disrespect him, he knows he's good enough to go to another team, and that team is gonna be really fucking good because he's there. Yeah, and they're gonna get better.
And he's not wrong. He's not wrong to an extent. Like, do I believe that he could like go to?
It's not the NBA though.
The Pirates and be like, whatever. No, right? Like, facts. God bless Juan Soto. I love him. De lo mío personal. Like, pero if you ended up in Pittsburgh,
can you imagine that shit?
It's not good.
Soto in Pittsburgh.
Not good.
There'd be a lot of balls in that water. Hey, yo, a lot of balls in the water. Hey, yo.
I'm gonna come.
Hey, yo. But he's not. Damn. But is he good enough? Is he good enough to change completely the way people look at the Boston Red Sox? Just him alone? Yeah, 100%.
No question, 100%. Bro. So it would be a major story if he went to Boston. And let me tell you, you talk about
Toronto for that matter.
Of course.
But for what that last super chat said, I don't think that makes sense for the Yankees. Like, oh, we should we can make a move and maybe no. Nah. But speaking about the Red Sox. See, if I was the Red Sox and I was really, truly 1,000% serious about signing Juan Soto and winning again, that's something I would do. If I was the
Agreed.
Red Sox, I would
Agreed.
have met with him or whatever.
Agreed.
And I would be going crazy right now, trying to sign Corbin Burns or some shit, just to prove to him that, like, yo, for sure, like, we are trying to win. We're serious about this or whatever. Look, just sign this ace or whatever. Come join us. We're changing things around here, whatever. Like that. If I was Boston, that's something I could see them doing, and I would do it to kind of show a good faith. Like, look, we're not joking around. We're spending money. We're serious about it. But if you're the Yankees
agree with
or the
that.
Mets, right, I don't think you have to do that right now.
I agree. We got a super chat. JJ says, do you think he signs before the winter meetings? JJ, I think this week is going to be popping. I'll leave it at that. Juan Soto became a Yankee on December 6th. Friday's December 6th. Just saying. It would be a year. Friday will mark a year that it was Juan Soto got traded for the Yankees. And man, oh man, if he signs with the Yankees on December 6th, fucking wow. Let me tell you right now, that would be fun as shit to talk about. And I do think things will heat up this week. I don't know if it's going to be a lock, but you say, I would say he signs. If this goes a week and a half after the winter meetings at your middle of December, I'm going to be real with you guys. I then get a little nervous. Then I'm like, I don't know if he can't be sold. Like he can't, there's something off there. If that's the case,
he's strongly considering something that we didn't think he was considering.
Yes, and then it's like now I'm torn here a bit, and it's a tough for me to make this move.
For me, if it like I'm of the belief that Juan Soto is going to sign here in the next 2 weeks. I think it's either this or the following week. That's what I think.
Right.
Because I believe that, if he's able to sign this week or the following week, he's able to get his press conference in that week after, and then he's on a plane. He's in DR for Christmas. Everything's good. He's got his money. He's happy. He's, taking the pictures, kissing the babies, and he's good. That's it. Everything's great.
Facts.
If it goes past that, then yes, that's when I'm with Pete, and I'm like, yeah, something's up. Like somebody's really making him think about these offers, and he's not fully convinced one way or the other.
Agreed. That's my only concern right there, but it would not shock me. Thank you to the new subbies. 39,161, baby. Let's go. Again, too, just so everybody's aware, when we hit 40,000, a member of NYYU, so you got to be a member, not a subscriber. Well, you got to be a subscriber anyway, but a member of the U. So all those people that got names in green, they're members of the U. You will be winning, thanks to the great John Brophy. You will be winning a Foco big head bobblehead of Juan Soto in his all-star uniform for, of course, our New York Yankees. You're going to win that. So Macho King says Soto signs on 12/6. That would be amazing. That's the day he got traded for. Like I said, that would be a hell of a story. And that would be an awesome thing to see. But look, I'm still where I am, man. And people ask me all the time, yeah, Pete, what's the update? I'm like, look, I don't have updates daily. I'm not Ken Rosenthal. I'm not Jeff Passan. I don't have insiders hitting me up left and right going, here's the update. Here's this. Here's that. Yeah. When we get certain information, you guys know you're going to get it right here. And I've been extremely consistent on the stuff that I've said. Just recently, I was told the Yankees are still comfortable where they are. They feel very comfortable in the situation. Now, me and Francis could go back a couple of weeks ago, a month or whatever the hell it's been, and we sat down with a few people that literally looked at us and go, "Oh, he's gone. He's gone." So we're not gonna sit here and bullshit you. But I always say this: they didn't say that because Soto doesn't want to be a Yankee. They said that because they didn't think the Yankees would go that high, or they didn't expect that. They were sitting there going, "No, there's too much already on the table." So the Yankees aren't going to go 625, 6. They're priced out. They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Now, if Hal Steinbrenner simply sits there and go, "Nah, man, we're going to pay this guy," I can't sit here and tell you guys I don't think he's going to be a Yankee. I believe Juan Soto will be a Yankee. And if he's not, I'm going to sit here and go, he's not a Yankee. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got no problem with that.
We got to take whatever comes with that. At the end of the day, we're going to be here. We're going to report on it. We're going to talk about it no matter which way it goes, I think.
We'll be rooting for the Yankees either way.
Yeah, I'm right. Listen, I'm right there. Either way. I tell you guys, have I been shaken on what I think is going to happen? No. But that's why, we were saying before, after two, like I said, I think it's in the next week or two here. If it gets past that, yeah, you're gonna hear me start to say, I'm not feeling as confident because yeah, I'm gonna start to believe there's another something has been added to this mixture. There's a new ingredient here, and now it's feeling like it's anybody's race. To me,
Yeah.
I feel like where we're at right now, we're firmly in a good position. If it goes too far, I don't know.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, I see LB just posted that in there. That's not him saying that. That was actually reported. Again, I don't know who Marino Pepin is. He's a Dominican journalist, I believe, that's for the Red Sox. He does like play-by-play. And he just tweeted, and of course it's picking up steam, but we'll talk about it because we're the U, and I don't just need to cover, the mainstream guys, but I don't know how much the Dominican reporters hear, but he's basically saying that this week's going to be very big, and NDR Red Sox people are saying he's a Red Sox. So again,
You gotta,
take it with whatever grain of salt. Apparently he does stuff for the Red Sox. I don't know. Again, I don't know if he's actually a journalist you don't know with some of these accounts. And again, that's not a knock on Marino Pepin, I think his name is. I don't know about you like that. I don't know about him at all. I'm just simply saying I don't know enough about the guy to sit there and be like, I think you should take this with a lot of credibility. I don't know. But that's what LB was saying. He wasn't saying that himself. That was on Twitter.
I'll be honest with you guys. I'm gonna just keep it real. Like I fuck with a lot of these, Dominican beat writers. And shouts out to them because I'll tell you a lot of them, show us love here at NYY Underground. Some they follow us, we DM and stuff like that or whatever. I'm gonna come out and say this, and listen, some might like it, some might not. They got to get it how they live. They got to get it how they live. All right, these guys are not on the level of a Jeff Passan or a Ken Rosenthal or a Jack Curry. They don't have the sources that these guys have. Their sources are different. They speak to guys who know a guy who knows a guy.
Correct.
And is it the best information? Is it the cleanest information? No. Is it risky? Yes, in a sense. But for them, what's the risk?
There's no risk.
Think about it. There's low risk for them. Why? Because they get the clicks, they get the engagement, whether it happens or it doesn't. And if it doesn't happen, they get even more engagement. People telling them they were wrong, whatever like that. And some people follow just because of that. And they say, oh, if you're wrong, I'm going to unfollow. Well, guess what? A lot of those people forget to unfollow. So they stay with those follows, they stay with that engagement, and they get that Elon check. And guess what? They still get paid on the 1st. And guess what? Rent is still going to be due on December 1st. Actually, it's due right now for anybody.
Oh, yeah, it's now.
Whether
Juan Soto signs, if you have it.
Whether Juan Soto signs with the Red Sox, the Yankees, or the Mets, the rent is due. My brothers, my sisters, my family, and these guys got to do what they need to do to pay that rent. I'm just gonna call a spade a spade. So running around with all these stuff from these reports from people that you've never heard of, listen, chances are not too much behind it.
Yeah, it's hard.
With the fact that porque Papi habló con él, Papi spoke to him. Oh, hey, he spoke to Devers. Hablaron por 4 horas como novio. No, hey, listen, I get it. Him and Devers had a conversation like they were boyfriend and girlfriend. It's cute. I love it. Okay, nice. To run with that and say it's a done deal. Listen, if it was a done deal, ladies and gentlemen, it would be a done deal. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and they could, for them too, they could say, well, they got a guy that works with something with the Red Sox, and hey, they could do. That's like somebody go up to you and be like, look, man. They feel really comfortable about this, man. I think it's possible. And they go, well, look, from what I'm hearing from my Red Sox people, they think he's going to be a Red Sox. Okay, that's no difference than what anybody else. Me and France had the same situation. Yeah. People told us before, the Yankees are pretty comfortable where they are right now. Looks, they feel good about this. Oh, that's like me going out there. Yeah. Hey, look, spoke to someone in the know. They feel pretty damn comfortable with the Yankees. Buckle up.
And here's the thing.
It's anything.
Pete's not doing this. Right? I'm not doing it. Pete's not doing it. But it's like, look, people are playing that game. If we wanted to play the game, we could play the fucking game. We could play the game.
Fact, 100%.
We've heard a ton of shit. Yeah. We've heard a ton of shit. There's shit that like I know that I've heard that we've spoken about that I know for a fact is not even out there. Conversations that we've had with details and shit. And if we wanted to, we could tweet it. And it's new information that people they haven't heard, whatever.
Yep.
We don't play that game here at the U because that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're about. It's NYY Underground, man. We make the best Yankee content in the game and soon the best baseball content there is, period. You know what I'm saying? So we're not doing that. But it's what I'm saying is that anybody can really pick up Twitter and just start tweeting shit. Like,
Facts.
and you gotta be careful with that. You gotta be careful with that. My Yankees fans, stop being swayed by every single tweet. Like,
Yep, just
I see
wait, man.
some
Just
letting
wait.
their emotions get the best of them, and then they're DMing like, "Yo, what's going on? What's happening?" He's a
Oh,
rat.
I know, man. I get this all. People, what do you know any guys? You guys see me live every damn day. You don't think I'm fucking if I really had something, I'm gonna sit down and be like, hey, here's the deal. You don't think if I really knew and I'm like, oh shit, there's no doubt about it. He's gonna be a Yank. You don't think I'm gonna sit here and be like, I'm breaking this shit. Fuck that.
Oh, if you knew for sure.
If I knew, I'm like,
you'd
guys,
have broke it already. Yeah.
I'd have been sitting here going, everybody, sit down, relax. He's a Yankee. He's a Yankee. When this news breaks, all you motherfuckers better give me credit. All right, that's all I'm saying. But I don't have that. I have not had that conversation. You know, a lot of the people I talked to.
First merch.
Pete had it first merch on the way. I mean, I would blow that shit up like you never seen in your life.
Of course.
We have a member chat from my good friend Replay Op. Do you think Soto may have concerns with how Cashman and analytics construct a roster that could keep him from re-signing? Look, it seems like he had some questions about player development, and you know, the Yankees kind of shoved that off a bit as like, you know, he maybe didn't get a chance to spend enough time in, you know, certain complexes and what we're doing and things like that. Look, these guys see what we see and more. I'm telling you guys what I believe it is. And I've been saying this now for multiple days. You don't think Juan Soto has heard so much about Jason Dominguez? Matter of fact, when he signed, if you remember, everybody's like, oh shit, him and Dominguez are going to play together. And Dominguez is his stuff. They asked him about it. And you know, he knew going in who Jason Dominguez was. You don't think when July hit and, you know, August hit, you don't think Juan Soto was also looking around going, why is that dude on the bench? This dude is hitting ground balls to second base all the time. You don't think he's sitting there going, why is this top prospect kid not playing? Why is DJ LeMahieu still? You don't, of course he's asking. He's sitting there looking around going, there was nobody better? Like there was, you don't think they think the same shit we do? Of course they got more insight. They're there. But you don't think these guys watching run a duck, they go, fuck, another ground ball. Look at this.
Another ground ball. Look at this.
Another ground ball, second base. There it is. Yeah. You think this guy, base is low. You think this guy's going to get hit? Well, we better do something next inning. There it is. Pop up. You don't, of course that happens. They're humans. The same shit that we see, they see. We just report on it and talk about it. They're not going to do that.
And if you're a player, you're going to have those questions. And Hal apparently gave an answer that Soto was very pleased with.
Exactly. That's right.
And it was reported on right after. Soto was pleased with the answer he got because Hal told him, yeah, I'm glad that you asked me that. And I want us to have that relationship that you come to me and I can come to you and we can really talk about what you're seeing, what you're feeling, and what you're thinking. To me,
he said, now, Juan, listen.
Yeah.
I think, you know, you probably haven't spent enough time in our minor league system, but we have a lot of guys coming up. And as far as Dominguez, he's going to be our center fielder next year. Now, Little Stein wants a mini calzone. He wants a calzone.
You went to the George D. the George Steinbrenner from Seinfeld is boom, bro. But no, I mean, but again, I guess that's one of the things too that really gave me confidence, you know, as a Yankees fan, was that, you know, Hal made it clear that he looked at Soto the same way that he looked at Judge.
Right.
And that tells me that, yeah, he's in this one. He's in this one for the long haul. Like that doesn't tell me that doesn't sound like a guy who's like, yeah, we have a number and it's $550 million.
Facts.
Like that didn't sound like a $550 million conversation to me.
It's definitely not. And again, man, as David Douglas also chimes in, he says, remember Aaron Judge was a Giant. Yeah, and I think Randy Miller said that basically almost immediately Aaron Judge was gone. You know, don't worry about it. I think he said something too with Cole, and there was a lot of shit that Randy Miller said.
Yeah.
I'm not in the business of, you know, crushing Randy Miller. I have no interest in doing that at all. I'm just simply saying, folks, if news did come out and this is all done, you guys know NYU is not going to be cool. If the Yankees said, yeah, 550, we really didn't move up and do. Come on, man. Come on. Like, if we're to believe that, you might as well look forward now, like, and figure something else out. I highly, and just based off the shit I know, it's not true. It's not true. And if it is, I'm going to sit here and tell you guys, holy fuck, the Yankees are jerk-offs. I mean, you talk about a dumb fucking team. That's a dumb fucking team. Like, I'll sit here and tell you straight up. I mean, damn, here we are. And Clint Frazier, yeah, Darius, I did see that Clint Frazier roasted Randy Miller in the comments. He was like, yeah, this is not the guy to believe. Or some shit like that.
Yeah,
because he went into a little detail about it. He's like, it's not the fucking guy, man.
Because he said some shit about Clint Frazier too one time. It's not for nothing. And again, I don't want to come on here today and freaking just kick Randy Miller's back in. But the thing is,
I don't care.
It's not just him. It's not just him.
It's not, that's right.
My compatriot, Marino Pepeng, whatever, all these people. I get it, but look at how they report it, guys. Read the wording. Pete pulled up the clip that Christian put in our chat, and what did Randy say? He said, "I have not confirmed this." He said, "I think" in the article.
I think, correct.
And then people
and everybody took it as a report. Oh my God,
gospel.
it's over.
It's gospel. It's in the Bible. Yeah. It came out on NJ.com. Like that. Like even the Pepin stuff. He says that he consulted many influential people linked to baseball in Dominican Republic. Many influential people linked to baseball in the Dominican Republic. You know, that means he could be talking to the scouts out there.
Yeah, it's somebody in the complex. That's what I was saying. Like, he could have a friend in the complex.
This could be a guy at the Red Sox complex.
Yeah,
who's a Dominican who says, "Oh, he's going to Boston." Why? Because in his mind, he's like, if I was him, I would go to Boston because Big Papi played. Like off of just a whim. That's why he said, "I've consulted many people who think that he's going to be," but he's not saying that he's saying it for sure. Exactly. And Randy Miller is not saying that he's saying it for sure. Nobody knows anything, man.
Nah, man. And again, for the people that are asking me, Pete, can you tell guys? We've told you everything that we know. We have told you everything that we can tell you that we know, and that is it. Now, when they sit there and they say anything along the lines of 550 from the Yankees, again, right there to me, that's where you just go, disregard this. Just keep moving.
Exactly.
Move on to the next one, folks. Just move on to the next one. It's absolutely it's dog water. It's hot dog water is what it is. Danny says a lot of journalists don't care about being right. Nowadays, they just want to be first to deliver news. Correct. And it's a problem. It's a problem across the board in media today. It's a problem all across the board. No doubt about it.
It's how social media works though now too,
correct.
guys.
Correct.
If we really want this to stop, the power is in our hands.
Yes.
And people don't believe it. But the truth of the matter is, you want this fake news bullshit to stop. You want the fucking bullshit reporting to stop. Stop falling for it.
And stop
engaging with it. Stop interacting with it. Just read. You see some shit that you read automatically and smell bullshit. Ignore it. Keep scrolling. The issue is that a lot of us, right? I've fallen victim to this too. So I get it.
We're talking about it today.
We see it and we're like, oh wait, whatever. Let's talk about it, whatever. It's like, and that's why they do it, because it gets the reaction. Yep. If we all just stopped reacting to the nonsense, they'd have to find a new game to play. But because this game is working, shit, you'd be dumb to stop.
Facts. And this is the response from Clint Frazier, by the way. Yankee fans should be rejoicing if Randy is the one reporting news. Means they still have a chance because Randy has no sources and doesn't report facts. So that's what everybody in the chat is talking about. Clint Frazier's response. That was it right there.
He fried him.
He deep fried him. I mean, that's what he did. And I mean, when you look at a lot of what was said in there was a lot of people actually going at Randy Miller on there about what he said. And again, I'm gonna just stop right there because I don't want this to be a Randy Miller roasting session. It's not what it's about at all. Randy Miller is just, maybe this is information that he feels is accurate and he's putting it out there. But you know, he said this is how I feel, and how you feel is one thing, and he did write it how I feel. Now, of course, the tweets, that's what they do to get people click on the article and all that. I understand it. I get it.
We know the game.
That's it. That's the game right there, man. But I really believe come Friday potential. I think this week you're going to get a lot more information. You might start hearing about legitimate finalists from people like Passan and those guys. I think you'll hear that. I really do. I think you'll start hearing who the finalists are, if there's, going to be additional rounds, if they're what something eventually is going to leak, especially if there's like a final 2 teams. You'll start hearing that because then they're going to want to start
against each other. Yeah.
putting those teams against each other. And I've said this for a minute. I think at some point it's going to come down to to Hal Steinbrenner doing what he did with Aaron Judge. I think there's going to eventually, because this can't go too long for the Yankees. Look, Soto wants to win. Well, brother, you got to give us some time to build this club then. You're the most important thing right now. So there's going to be a time where I've said this, and I'll say it again. This shit does not go into January. I don't want to hear it.
No.
So if this goes after me as an owner, I'm not, look, I am lucky that I'm not in the position of when it comes to signing ball players and things like that, because in this situation here, I become a little impatient. I'm sitting there and I'm looking around going, what is the fucking problem here? Like, I honestly, and I know guys do this all the time, and I'm not involved in negotiations. I understand that. But I would have to call up Scott and go, Scott, can I ask you a question? We spent this time, we've done offers. Does he want to be a Yankee? Like you guys kind of a little bit, expressed that he enjoyed his time. Does he want to be a Yankee? Because I got fucking things to do. And I would say, can we set something up? Can we get this done now? What is it to get it done now? And I know that people are going to say, well, that's affecting the negotiation because then you're giving your side away. But at some fucking point, you got to say, we offered $625. What does he want, a yacht? What does he want? Does he want ownership of the club? Enough. Enough of this. What's the deal that gets it done? What is the Aaron Judge call here? When I'm in do I got to go back to Italy and then I'll call you? Because I'll get on the fucking flight right now. What are we doing here?
Listen, it's just I'm laughing. I'm laughing between what you're saying and between what's going on in the chat, because there's somebody in the chat who literally just proved my point verbatim. It's hilarious, but I'm not even gonna. Hey man, shouts out to you. Listen, I'm with you. It's tough to be patient in these times, and I think that's why. This is why those GMs get paid the big bucks. This is why, because negotiating is not easy.
Oh, it's tough, man.
Maintaining respect, maintaining poise, patience. That shit's not easy. Being a oh, what's up, Rara? See you in there. Being an owner and having to, get off of your yacht and go and sit in front of a player because it's an important player. You need him. You got to do that.
Right.
Like that takes humility too. That takes a lot of, because there's some guys out there who be like, nah, fuck this guy. I'm a billionaire. I don't got to go sit in front of him. What's he going to make?
Correct.
100, 700? I don't care. He can make that twice. He still ain't going to touch my money. Why do I got to sit in front of him? No, but to know that, like, you need to be humble. You need to whatever. He belongs here. He's going to do something good for you, for your franchise, for like, it takes a lot, and it's not an easy gig because you got to sit there and you got to play the game. And Scott Boras is, you just know when it's one of his clients, you just know it's like, here we go, play the circus music because we're about to be a part of the circus right now for a couple months. That's all it is. But at the end of the day, I think a lot of these guys end up, where they want to, if it is about where they want to be. And for the ones who it's about money, then they go to the highest bidder, and that's what it is. With Soto, everybody's telling you that they know this and they know that and they whatever they that. They don't. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows, man.
Nobody knows if it's really, really just about winning.
Correct.
If it's really, really just about I'm going to the highest bidder, or if it's really some combination of both. Nobody knows that. We're gonna know when he puts pen to paper.
Yeah, and it's even like what Francis said. I mean, there could be a legit possibility here where, the Yankees gave their initial offers, they upped an offer, and then they're sitting back going, look, when this is done and he's looking at everything, you let us know what that final number is. Just give me a call.
If he wants to be with us, he'll give us the opportunity to match. It's real simple. To be honest. Yeah. It's not that hard.
It's not. It's not a tough thing to understand. I think at this point now, also what you got people becoming impatient. Exactly. And that's obviously what you're getting. That's why some of these people are putting this stuff out there, because you can do what I've had to do. That's why I took, even yesterday, I'm like, I'm not going to go live because I'm just regurgitating stuff that I've already know. If I had something new, I'd go live. But a lot of it is regurgitating in just a different way. A lot of the stuff I've been saying to you guys, I'm going to go over a lineup. You guys have seen this lineup already. This is why I think the move makes sense. There's not that much you can continue to say and push across the board. It just isn't. JXV says if it was about money, he'd sign already with the Mets. And look,
We don't even know.
we don't even exactly. And this is what Francis said earlier. He's right.
People just assumed
We
at
don't
the
know what it
outset of the
really
offseason
is.
that they were going
Exactly.
to 700 or whatever. We don't. The Mets are smart. Like Steve Cohen didn't become a billionaire by being an idiot.
Exactly. He's not going to sit because if that was the case, you don't think Steve Cohen would have sat down with him in the mansion and said, "Look, let's get this done. Let's make you the richest player of all time. Let's blow past Otani's deal. I could do it
Easily.
Let's do 725.
Exactly.
Let's do 722. Let's add your 22 at the end. How's that sound?
And it would have been
Nobody's
over.
gonna exactly.
It would have been
Nobody's
over
gonna
right
come
there.
close.
Okay, right there. Toronto out the paint. But from
Yeah.
Boston out the paint. The Yankees, hey, we loved you. We thought we think you belong here. Great, but 725.
Yeah.
Sorry.
As a
Enjoy
matter of fact, on
the-
top of that one, you could sign that now. And I got the Jets outside. I got your bags and everything packed, all brand new clothes and everything. I talked to people. They know what you like. You headed to the DR. You go have a good time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go back and relax. Don't worry. I got everything covered. You're good. Just sign the contract. We're good to go. Don't worry about the event. We could do that when you get back. Don't worry about it. We'll plan it out. You don't got to do it tomorrow.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's obvious. I don't think there's a team right now that is
more
blowing
to it,
everybody away. I don't think that's the case. I think everybody's involved with playing the game, and now you're seeing the game play out. And we just had Thanksgiving. Like Francis said, Boris, they got these things. Soto's looking it over. I believe there's going to be continuous negotiations this week, but I do believe things are going to pick up this week. Tomorrow's Monday.
Yep.
Francis said it. You got the first Yankee hot stove tomorrow. I will be live. I'll be live at I'll do an All Rise. I'm going to do a voicemail show for you guys. It's going to be a lot of voicemails. Letting you guys talk, letting you guys have a good time. So go ahead and drop those voicemails as much as you can. Drop as many voicemails as you like. We're going to be, like I said, man, call in whenever you want today, early tomorrow morning. The show is at 11 a.m. I just want to hear your guys' opinion. I want to respond to you all. That's what NYU is. That's what we do here at the U. But I'll be live tomorrow night also. So after that Yankee hot stove is on and all that, maybe I'll even be live during it. I'll see what my plans look like, what my day looks like, but we're going to be available for you guys. This week, I think it's going to be a very busy week again. You might start hearing some other news around some other players also. So things are going to start picking up now. And I do, again, look, I would love to see him sign on the 6th. It's when he was traded for from the Yankees. I think that's a fun thing to look at. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah. No, for sure. I'm with you. I said it, I said it earlier. I'll say it one more time before we, get off here. I think the next 2 weeks are going to be exciting weeks. Whether you're, a fan of the Yankees, the Mets, the Red Sox, whoever it is. I think the next 2 weeks we're going to have something to be excited about. I still feel the same way I felt at the outset in regards to Soto. But like I said before, I also don't think it's just Soto who we're going to be talking about over the next couple of weeks. So I think things are going to pick up. And I love this time of year because I love what we do this time of year. I don't think anybody does it better. I really don't. Because we don't just talk about Yankee signings. We're going to talk about, who the Mets signed. If the Jays signed somebody, whoever, like that's what we do. So I'm excited because I feel like things are going to start moving and we're going to cover it and we're going to do it better than anybody else. So I love it.
That's it.
I'm excited.
That's simple. That's what we do at the U. And I do got some updates for you guys too. As Danny also adds, in my opinion, Hal's going to come through regardless of Cohen's bag of money. It's New York. It's the New York Yankees. We rule this town. Soto's first year in NY. He got a taste of his legacy. No doubt about that. And guys, like I said, we're working on a couple of things this week. I already told you guys tomorrow morning, All Rise. That's Monday morning. Monday night. Tomorrow night, I'll probably have a live for you. I'm assuming I'll more than likely be live on Tuesday. Wednesday, we might be doing a Bronx and Nothing episode. So I'll let you guys know if we're able to do that. I got to talk with Francis and Kev, but I think Kev is already in. So I'll just double check with Francis when we're off air. But other than that, the rest of the week, you guys know we're going to be live. NYYST is back on Thursday, new co-host. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited about watching that.
Okay.
SGR, again, just to repeat for everybody, SGR is still there. Do not worry. SGR is still there. Okay. But with that being said, guys, we are going to wrap this one up. So I turn it over to the one and only Francis Lee to close us out, Ove.
Yeah, I already know, man. I hope all y'all had a wonderful, beautiful, happy Thanksgiving, surrounded by friends, family, and all those you love. You know, we did it like we always do, and that's why we came back right here for the people we love, this community. So shouts out to y'all. Keep it locked and stay tuned. Things are about to pick up, and you already know the next episode will in fact be the best episode.
You damn right. The show 247 right before we sign off here. Do you think playing in the WBC will play a factor in the contract? No, not at all. Not at all. Guys,
he'll play wherever he signs.
appreciate you. We will never come whack on a designated Spittaz track. You guys are the best. Until next time. Adios, baby. We out of here.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back. My self-esteem damn bad. I gotta keep